All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. We've got a powerhouse of lineups today, and I'm really excited to be here to really share with you what Solana is or what the future is for Solana. Right? I think today's live stream is really special. It's actually co-hosted by Bybit Web3 and Byreal. So I'm from Byreal, and I'm Marcus, the BD lead for Byreal, and I'm very excited to share with you a bit of Solana Alpha that we have today for you, right? So we've invited speakers from across the board, right? The entire Solana stack, which is also today's theme, right? The Solana stack from trading, from tech to growth. Really, we're trying to cover everything that's going on right now on Solana. If you're here with me right now, not to worry as well. We have also got upcoming prizes for you for audiences, upcoming alpha for you as well. A diverse set of range of speakers from all kinds of projects, from infrastructure to innovative products and to the markets that make it all move. And before we dive into explore, allow me to first introduce our guests briefly as well. So first up, we have from Bybit as well, Dawson Zheng from a Bybit Web3 product and Bybit Web3 team. He's also part of the sport team as well. Hi, Dawson. Can you give a brief introduction of yourself?
Yes, thank you, Marcos. Hello, everyone. This is Dawson from Bybit Web3 team. Super excited to be here with you for today's live stream. So we will be talking about some of the latest updates in Bybit Web3 and the WSOT Onchain Wave campaign. So I hope you will enjoy this live stream. Thank you.
Thank you, Dawson. And we will also share a bit more about, as what Dawson mentioned, the ongoing campaigns as well about WSOT, more so on that, especially for this year's big prize pool as well. Now, my next speaker is actually very special. I think you are also pretty familiar with her as well. She's been appearing in a lot of AMAs, in events, very prominent figure within the Solana ecosystem as well. May I now also invite Yao Yao from Solana Foundation, APAC Growth Lead as well. Hi, Yao Yao.
Hi everyone, it's Yao Yao from Solana Foundation and was from Bybit. So I was working Bybit before joining Solana. And today very excited to be back to the Bybit family to support Bybit and also thanks Bybit and Byreal supporting Solana as well. And today we're very excited to share about the latest trend of Solana ecosystem and also our next narratives or our next goals. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Yaya. That's really exciting to hear as well with someone from the official Solana Foundation. That's great. Our next speaker as well is one of the co-founders and CEO of one of the leading Solana LST protocols on currently right now on the network itself. With I think if I'm not wrong, billions in TVL for sure. I think you're also familiar with this man himself. Can we invite FP as well, co-founder and CEO of Sanctum up? Hi, FP.
Hi. Thank you for having me on. I'm FP. I'm at Sanctum. We build liquid staking infrastructure on Sanctum, and we partner with Bybit to launch BBSOL, which features prominently across Bybit Web3 and Byreal as well. So I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you, FP. Yes, BBSOL was one of the earlier Bybit products that is on Solana, and we are really proud and really honored to have worked with Sanctum as well. So we'll hear a bit more about Sanctum and what's it to come later on in their alpha. At the same time as well, talking about staking, we also have another speaker that's going to talk about restaking on Solana, which is one of our close partners as well. Maybe now invite Sang as well, co-founder and CEO of Fragmetric.
Yeah, hello guys, this is Sang, co-founder of Fragmetric, and really glad to participate in this AMA today. And yeah, Fragmetric is the first liquid restaking protocol on Solana, and we're also participating in WSOT this year. So excited to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sang. So later on, Sang will share a bit more about more on the product side as well, on the DeFi innovations that his project is also working on restaking as well. We also have another special guest from one of the Solana layer 2s as well, Sonic SVM. I think you are familiar with this man himself as well. His name is Kinza. He's currently the CMO of Sonic SVM. Can maybe welcome Kinza up on stage, please. Hi, Kinza.
Hi everyone, good to see you here. This is Kinsa, CMO at Sonic SVM. Yeah, we are a roll-up stack on top of Solana, initially designed to support fully on-chain gaming, but now we're becoming general tech stack for launching high-frequency applications for different types of purposes. I'm super excited to be here. I know we are working with some of the projects here, as well as we've been working with Bybit for a while now. Super excited to explore further collaboration opportunities and future exciting projects.
Yeah, thank you, Kinza. So we'll discuss a bit more about the infrastructure side of things, I believe, with Sonic SVM as well, and also a bit on the product side of things. Looking forward to hearing your inputs as well. And last but not least, of course, everyone's favorite, we do have someone from Kudis as well. We have Edison, who is the co-founder of Kudis. If you have seen the rings, or if you have owned or are owning a ring yourself, he is the man behind it. Hi, Edison.
Hi, Marcus. Hi, guys. Thanks for having us here, and super excited to be here to share more about Kutis with everyone here and also the audience. And yeah, be here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Edison. Yes, and who knows, Kudis might launch another new product. We'll wait for Edison to share a bit more later on. So before I begin on the actual discussion and the actual live stream, I would like to also give a bit of alpha and a bit of kind of incentives to our users, right? It's like a prize giveaway that we do every single live stream. I guess you guys are not familiar, for those of you who have watched every single live stream, or for those of you who really have benefited from the prize giveaway as well. We do have a total of 5,000 USDT in red packet rewards up for grabs, dropping during the live stream as well, but it's split into 2 rounds. So each round is for different users. The first round is for existing users. 375 users will get 10 USDT each. All you have to do is to join the WSOT Onchain Wave via Bybit Web3 and trade over $1,000 within 7 days. Now, round 2 will be for new users, right? This is 250 new users who will get 5 USDT each. And all you have to do is to sign up within 3 days before the live stream, and then also register for WSOT Onchain Wave and trade over $100 of WSOT tag tokens within 7 days itself. Now, everything that I've said here is on the live stream page as well, so not to worry if you have missed it. While for those of you who are not able to create an account, we do have a social quest for you as well. And we've prepared an extra $500 in BBSOL rewards exclusively for on-chain users. All you have to do is to complete the task below to stand a chance to win, to be one of those 50 lucky users. And the link will be in the live stream comment section below. So do look out for it. And yeah, so these are all the perks we have for audiences. Now, before we begin, this entire live stream would really be similar to a podcast, right? So I'll be asking questions, engaging discussions with different speakers, and you have questions as well from the audiences. Do feel free to let us know as well. But let's jump right in. I think our first question right now is really just to set the stage, right? And who else better than Yao from Solana Foundation? So I do have a question for you, Yao, right? So Solana has been rapidly expanding across multiple verticals, right? From DeFi, to consumer apps, right? So there's a lot of things that's happening right now on Solana, including infrastructure as well. So what's the overarching growth strategy from the foundation's perspective?
Yeah, thank you so much, Marcus, for the question. And definitely, so as you mentioned, like there's a lot of verticals on Solana growing, and we don't really like define ourselves as any sort of a chance. Like for example, some chain might define them as maybe trading chain, or some as a game chain. But for Solana, we are a general purpose chain, which means like we are providing the best infrastructure to support any verticals or any user cases might be happen here, and we make sure to provide them the best better user experience and better developer experience to make all the use cases just be as smooth as possible and as good as possible. So with this mission, we are also doing a lot of things internally to improve our infrastructure layer. So we're working with our infrastructure ecosystem infrastructure teams to build a more faster and a more stable layer for developers to build. And for, of course, this cycle, we're talking a lot about the institutions. So we also want to build this like most trustable chain for all the institutions to believe or to trust in. So if you check Solana's Twitter, you will find out we talk a lot about internet capital markets recently, and we also announced our internet capital market roadmap just about 1 month ago. And so in the short term, in the tech-wise, we will optimize the network performance. And Gito is working with us by the Gito BAM, and also Anza is also working on the transaction landing improvements. And we also have 00 and Appenglow in the middle term to come out. So this will help a lot with our general performance of this blockchain, and that's a fundamental thing. And the second thing is for us, we do not really just follow the trends or we follow the whatever narratives in the market. We want to be a industrial leader, and we are the industrial leader. We want to build the narratives by ourselves and build the trend by ourselves. Just as talked about the internet capital markets and also the payments we are following now. So we are very clear about our vision that we want to be the infrastructure for the future finance, and we want to be the best settlement layer for the global financial, and we want to be the chain can really be used for mass adoption. Users here or builders here are really building something that users will actually use. So we are also in with this goal or this purpose, we're also working with a lot with our partners like Bybit and Byreal to achieve this goal together. And also, yeah, we are also empowering our ecosystem teams. They are very important for us. So you see all the teams here, they are building different things, and this really helping the whole ecosystem to grow and to have more users to be on Solana. And also, we are also talking a lot with institutions recently. So if you following the latest trend of Solana, you will find out we build a lot I would say quite impressive in partnerships. For example, in APAC, that's where I am, and we built the partnership with some very famous institutions, China state-owned banks, and we also have this X stock. David is not here, but this is a very important product for us, and also they are owned by Byreal as well. And apart from that, I think we also working a lot with the policymakers. So we are very proactively to talking to institutions, talking to the policymakers. So we are getting ready, and we are so ready for the next wave of Solana or the next wave of blockchain adoption. So in the end, something we are continuously doing, and we will never stop doing, is supporting our community and supporting our ecosystem funders. So by any ways, we want to help them to be successful, and to either users they can really use Solana to benefit their daily life or making money on this chain, or institutions they can making Solana as a better infrastructure for their business. We want to be something like that, and that's what we are working on. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you, Yael. That was really a really comprehensive explanation and elaboration on what Solana has been doing and what they are going to be doing in the future. And thank you so much, Yael, for really opening up the entire conversation here. I think you covered a lot of things. And I think I wanted to also pick up two things, right, that you mentioned as well about institutions, institutional onboarding, as well as mass adoption as well, right? So these two are really major categories that Solana is focusing right now, as what Yael mentioned as well. X stocks recently, I think they did a case study. I think Solana did a case study on X stocks as well. Has been outperforming, doing really well. Adoption has been really, really great. At the same time as well, on the adoption side of things as well, I think recently also that the state of Wyoming, correct me if I'm wrong, they also launched a stable coin, right? So that's also another kind of a play to really adopt, or rather to engage retail users, right, to come on board as well. So I think Solana itself, it's really expanding beyond just a chain for meme coins. I think most people will probably think of it as, you know, just for trading meme coins, but really, as what Solana has been pushing out recently in terms of the product infrastructure, is really to set the stage for mass adoption, not just on the retail side, but on the institutional side as well. And as we're talking about, you know, onboarding, right, we need liquidity, right? We need certain infrastructure and markets as well to support this onboarding of mass adoption, right? Which brings me to my next section, which will involve a few more other speakers as well. So we talk about the engines of Solana's DeFi economy, right? Ultimately, when institutions get onboarded, when retail gets onboarded, what is the current most valuable use case, which currently right now is still in DeFi, in the DeFi economy, right? So my question right now is to FP from Sanctum. So LSTs, everyone knows about LSTs, right? So LSTs have become a core yield asset in Solana DeFi. It's been here for a really, really long time. So how does Sanctum make or help make that liquidity more useful and accessible to other protocols as well, especially, you know, to new users who are currently onboarded onto Solana?
Yeah, so I hope you won't mind me saying that I think that not everyone still knows about LST. So maybe let me give an introduction. So of course, Solana is a proof of stake network, which means that you can stake your SOL to get more SOL. And usually when you are staking, there's a lockup period. So you need to wait. If you are staking your Solana, you need to wait 3 days to start to stake your SOL, and then it will start earning rewards. And then when you want to exit, you will then have to deactivate the stake, and you have to wait another 2 or 3 days, right? And so you then have this kind of there is this tension between, do I want the yield from staking, or do I want my SOL so that I can buy and sell it anytime, right? And so the idea of liquid staking, or LST, right? LST stands for liquid staking token, is that you can actually do both, right? You now have this liquid staking token, LST. Example is of course ByBitSol, BBSOL. And as you hold BBSOL, right, you can just buy it, right, from wallet, from exchange, from anywhere you want, right? And then you just, as you hold BBSOL, you will start earning yield automatically. You don't have to do anything. And of course, the other thing is that you can stay liquid at the same time, because it's BBSOL, right? You can it's a token, you can just sell it, right? And then you are just able to exit the position at any time. So it really gives you the best of both worlds. It gives you the yield and it gives you the liquidity. So that's kind of what we do. And of course, the challenge is, of course, how do you get that liquidity, right? And this is really the problem that Sanctum is trying to solve. Now, Sanctum's model, we of course do not just help Bybit to set up their LST, but we have this full stack staking solution for everyone. So anyone can come to us, right, and say, I would like to set up a liquid staking token on my own, and Sanctum will basically we have the infrastructure to help you set up an LST. And the powerful thing about setting up a LST with Sanctum is that Sanctum has built this unified and universal liquidity layer for very, very deep, over like 1 million SOL deep, to support all of our partner LSTs. And that's really that thing that makes it liquid, right? Because imagine if you have a ByBitSol and you didn't have any liquidity, then when people try to exit, they would take a big price impact, right? And then they would not be able to actually be liquid. And so that's what Sanctum does, and we just make that liquidity layer as deep as possible. And when you have this deep liquidity layer, you are actually able to do a lot of things with it. You are now able to because now it's an asset that everyone understands has like a particular sort of like has a particular sort of like ratio to Solana. People are able to get more use it in DeFi, right? And so they can do leverage staking. They can use ByBitSol as collateral, for example, or they can basically just anyone is happy to hold this asset because they know that it's an appreciating asset and it holds its value relative to Solana. And so LSTs, I think, will form the bedrock of basically everything that is going forward, because of course the network is built on Solana, and if you're holding Solana, why not hold stake Solana? Yeah, so that's how I think about how we power the DeFi economy.
Yeah, thank you so much, FP. I think you mentioned a really, really good point, right? What Sanctum is trying to solve is the liquidity issue, right? And I think BBSOL, initially when we started with BBSOL as well, we chose to work with Sanctum because they do have very deep liquidity that's already currently being supported right now. So I would say even for new users, right, regardless of the market fluctuations, right, So Sanctum is really trying to solve that issue where you can always exit or onboard whenever you want. There's always sufficient liquidity for you, especially if you are holding an LST or if you are holding SOL essentially, right? So right now, maybe I could share about BBSOL as well, right? So BBSOL is one of the has recently entered into one of the top 10 TVL on Solana projects as well. So we're currently, I think, hovering around 370 million to 400 million in TVL, and it's really easy to get onboarded, right? You could go to Sanctum, you could deposit SOL for BBSOL, as simple as that, and you're already earning yields that are, traditionally or have always not have always, but have been higher than what you're able to get traditionally on TradFi products itself. So thank you so much, FP, for explaining Sanctum as well as explaining about liquidity within the Solana space. Now we talk about staking, right? That's the initial part. So we're going to dive a bit deeper, maybe on a more advanced level, which we have also invited an expert as well, Sang, to talk about restaking as well. So Sang, my question for you is, restaking has emerged as a way to unlock more value for already staked assets, right? So I could restake BBSOL, for example, right? So what do you see as the biggest opportunities or risk for restaking on Solana over maybe perhaps the next quarter or the next year?
Yeah, thanks for hiring me, Marcus. So actually, FP did a really great intro for the LSD side. And restaking is like, as its word, it's just take again. So you can mint lots of LSTs through Sanctum or Jito, like Jito Sol or Jup Sol, BB Sol, and then you can restake it in the restaking protocols. So the meaning of restaking is that you can leverage your LSTs to generate more yield. At the same time, the protocol who want to leverage restaking from their side gets some economic security, so that they don't need to like make their own tokens. And even if they make their own tokens, our restaking protocol, Jito restaking, enables people to stake any asset, including like Jito token or whatever. So like it's very simple. If you want more yield, but there's more risk, you just restake your Solana into Fragmetric and get FragSol, which has better yield than like simple LSTs. Because there are some NCNs. NCNs is stand for Node Consensus Network, and the first one is Jito's tip router. And like maybe you guys know MEV, and Jito is the infrastructure for MEV, but they are routing some of MEV fees to tip routers, node operators. So node operators are maintaining this MEV infrastructure by like make a consensus when they distribute all the MEV tips to users. So like as many people know, people trade lots of meme coins in Solana, and it generates lots of MEV tips, and it flows into FragSol. So we can generate more yield. At the same time, we have some partners like Switchboard, Ping Network. Those NCNs are like also maintained by Jito restaking, and we are opting to these structures, and you can earn some additional yield by Switch token or Ping token or whatever. And the thing I really expect for Solana restaking is that, as many people know, there are lots of deep-in infrastructures here, and they need their own like method to distribute some of their fees to users. And in my opinion, restaking is the best place to like utilize those features. And if you see like some insurance or like money market, we can also use these restake Solana as collateral, and you can get some yields. So I think there are like a lot of potential in this ecosystem. Actually, it started from each side, from EigenLayer and Symbiotic. But I think the great thing of Solana restaking is that we have Tip-Router, which already generate the most biggest value, like MEV fees on whole blockchain ecosystem. So it's very simple. If you stake twice, you can earn more. So stake twice or more in Fragmetric.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. That was a really comprehensive summary as well. I think there was a lot of terms possibly that a lot of acronyms that might be a bit too technical, right, for users. But essentially, if you look at right down from the native token on so what essentially Fragmetric allows is really, or what restaking allows is really, you can stake your SOL right into maybe possibly an LST, right, and you can use your LST again and restake it again into different into different NCNs or so, right? So that essentially allows you to earn even way more than that. So essentially what is the engines, what are the engines of Solana's DeFi economy is really to allow multiple use cases, right, at the same time as well, ensuring that there's sufficient liquidity for these use cases during market fluctuations as well. So we have covered a bit about markets and liquidity in this section, right? So now we move on to the DeFi and product innovation aspect of Solana, right? So and I want to invite a speaker as well, which I particularly love their product, right, which is Kudis. So I think this question is to you, Edison. We can't really see your handsome face, but we can definitely hear your beautiful voice. So my question to you is, right now, what Kudis is doing is essentially you're incentivizing wellness, right? And this has been gaining traction in many countries, in many governments as well, where governments give incentive packages to citizens to be healthy, right? So, but what you guys are doing essentially is to give these data or health data to users as well, the ownership of this data to users as well. So, how do you see token incentives, or in this case, how is Kudis helping to shape the behavior in this space in health that is traditionally outside of crypto? Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so Marcus, like you said, that if you guys ever visit to like Singapore, that you might see a lot of people wearing a black smartwatch, and that was a gift from the Singapore government. So
Mhm.
everyone in the Singapore can apply for the smartwatch, and they can download the app like the Health 360, and they can work for they can earn the points, and then they can redeem some coupons, and they can redeem some like a decent product in the government-backed supermarkets, and some like even some like supermarket. And for Kutis, it's more direct and simple. So we're not just giving people something tangible, but also we are giving the token, the rewards, directly to everyone who are joining the Kutis program. And also, we just see there's a lot of people that they don't have the ring, but we managed to develop the app because at that moment we want to onboard more people and get excited about, and how they can be rewarded, enjoy a house lifestyle, right? And in the season two, which just started, we keep it mainly focused on the kid screen, and we want people deeply involved and enjoy the mechanisms that we build for them. So it not just like sleep to earn, it also like walk to earn, coach to earn, that like, everything about your health and everything that you've done to generate. We help you to own the data, and also we reward the user for sharing the data with us as well. So in my point of view, I think crypto, wearable, and health data is like a perfect map. I think before us, no one else done this before, and we feel like there's a huge market out there, and I'll say. It's something that I just always keep in my mind, that I didn't, finalize into a product before we build the Kudos, right? And when we have this idea and we share this idea with everyone that we can meet, and it was like, wow, this is something that I really want to have on our hands, and if or health data can really come into the money, and can support, or healthy lifestyle, like healthy lifestyle actually costs a lot of money. I mean, eating salad is sometimes like more expensive than like having the McDonald's, right? And actually doing more training, and also, but overall in the long term, that uh, getting to a healthier lifestyle is actually gonna save you a lot of money when you get older, right? Because when you get old, like it's gonna cost you like millions of dollars if there's like severe diseases, or like for some like surgery, right? So we believe that bring together the crypto, blockchain, and wearable technology, and really bring some brand new innovation to the whole industry, not just for Web3, but also for the mainstream consumer, which make us really excited. And also, I'm sort of happy to be here because I see a lot of the friends here, like the like Son, like Kenza, and Yao Yao, and also Max, you guys. I think a consumer product like us is so easy to work with all the partners in the Solana ecosystem. And once we onboard them, with the smart ring and Kudos app, and we can easily share them a lot of the different innovative things and product like you know Puck metric and also the LST built by Sentent, and also the gaming layer built by Sonic. So we can share all these different product with all users, right? And they step by step to learn more things to us and together with the whole Solana ecosystem. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Edison. I think you probably I thought I heard you mentioned that you will probably give everyone in the speaker room a ring, right? Am I mistaken on that? Or maybe sorry, I think I'm mistaken on that. I really want a ring. That's just me saying that I want a ring. But anyway, yeah, I think Kudis is really a good product. And I feel like what they're essentially trying to do is to tokenize wellness and data ownership, right? To be able to incentivize to work out, and still have ownership and control over, your incentives in immediate as well, right? I believe that's what Edison mentioned as well. I think it's a really good way to onboard Web2 users as well onto crypto who might not be familiar with
100%.
crypto. Yeah, for those who are already active, or who those who want to get active but want to possibly need a bit more inertia or a bit more incentive to do so. I think Kudis is in a perfect spot, or rather platform, to onboard these users as well. So talking about product innovation as well, I want to go back a bit to Sanctum and to FP, right? Because you mentioned we talk about liquid staking as well, and it's matured pretty fast. So what do you think is currently needed, right, or lacking to take LSTs to the next level? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very proud of the progress that the LST space has made over the past 2 years. So if you think about 2 years ago, the percentage of SOL that was staked on Solana was something like around 2% in 2023. And today it's close to 12% and growing, right? So the total SOL that is liquid stake is continuing to grow. This is a very slow, it's a pretty slow process, but of course, that 10%, of course, is billions of dollars, right? So maybe we shouldn't be too impatient about that. I think a lot of this, I would not like to take like too much credit, but I think a lot of it is sort of Sanctum's model, right? Because the original model was that, okay, like there were like a few liquid staking solutions like Jito, Marinate, Lido, right? And everyone just like one liquid staking token, right? And try to push that. And really what Sanctum was, what we do instead is really just provide that unified universal liquidity layer, and then just let everyone set an LST, right? So Jupiter, Drift, Bybit, right, Helios, like everyone, right? But also like really, really small LSTs, really, really small projects, because the marginal cost of setting up an LST, thanks to Sanctum's liquidity layer, goes from like millions of dollars, right? Because you know in the past you needed to set it up an LST. Now it takes like now it's very quick because of the unified liquidity layer. You don't have to sponsor billions of dollars, right? And so that alone, right, is already a big unlock for most projects. That of course, bigger projects may have the resources to still do it themselves, but for most mid size or even pretty large projects who don't want to bother about this, like this is a huge unlock. So what is lacking and what is needed to take LSTs to the next level? So I think actually we are still very, very early in the kind of like consumer education journey. A lot of like people are not aware of like why LSTs, and the first question I get is almost like, oh, but what about liquidity? Which means that we are not doing enough of a good job in explaining why this is a solved problem on the Sanctum side. The other thing, of course, also is that it's never it is really never we cannot stand still. So we always need to provide deeper and cheaper liquidity for all our partners, right? So I think recently, like a month ago, I sent you a message, right, saying that we managed to increase the liquidity available for ByBitSol. I don't know if you remember that message. But so of course we are never standing still. Like even when we close the deal, we still want to, just do better. The other thing that needs to happen, I think, is also, there's a new bunch of, as you know, and Yao Yao maybe has mentioned this, right, which is there are a lot of like Solana funds, right, trying to accumulate Solana. And of course, in ETFs and so on, and of course, like these are a lot of like SOL inflows and ETFs, and for them, I think a liquid staking token is really like a no-brainer, right? And I think finally, there's this new wave of consumer apps, right? There are these launch pads, these wallets, right? A lot of these experiences, and a lot of them, I think, instead of using SOL as the native gas token, really an LST could be a great spot. So I think there's a combination of, like, to summarize, I think combination of like retail side, right? A lot of that like consumer penetration. On the institutional side, right, the education that LST is a really, really good fit if you are doing sort of any sort of like SOL holding instrument, right? And then finally, like working with our partners to make sure that like it becomes a no-brainer to set up an LST if you're anyone who can attract Solana demand.
Yeah. Thanks, FP. And right, credit is given where credit is due. Not to worry if you're taking the credit, not to worry about that at all. So I think you mentioned two really good points, right? You summarized it: institutional and retail adoption. You guys are making it really easy. The barrier to entry is really low for anyone to carry an LST. Right now, you guys are also building up the liquidity as well for institutional adoption as well, institutional onboarding as well. I think recently as well, there's been a lot of advancements on institutional funds wanting to hold Solana or hold LSTs within their fund itself. In fact, I think BBSOL is also currently within the Mentor Index Fund. If you guys are aware as well, it's one of the underlying assets, one of the underlying Solana LSTs in the Mentor Index Fund. So thank you so much, FP. Now, before I go on to the next question, I'd like to remind everyone as well that the round 2 of the prize giveaway for new users is already live. So as I mentioned, 250 users will be able to get 5 USDT each. As to how to do that, please refer to the live stream webpage as well. So do get a chance to grab that USDT if you have not done so. And my next question is actually for Kinsa. Sorry, Kinsa, it's been a long wait for you. I apologize. My question is really for you because we're talking about DeFi product innovation. Right, I think Sonic XVM is doing something really, really special. Could you share a bit more, perhaps, about how you guys are also onboarding like new projects that are building new products on your rollup stack, or even what Sonic SVM is also doing currently right now in terms of the product side of things? Yeah. So I think you're mute, Kinsa.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, happy to share. I think product is especially important for infrastructure projects, as without good products and users, infrastructure is useless. It's what's the point of having infrastructure if you're not going to use the infrastructure? So yeah, we do take this very seriously, and we have a mix of approaches that we use to onboard projects. We've done $1 million hackathon in the past. Had a lot of submissions through that. Work closely with Solana ecosystem, super teams, regional builders, and we also invest and incubate projects on our own too. But yeah, I think there's multiple focuses from our end. I think there's a lot of like primitives, like DeFi primitives, for example, that are crucial to any ecosystem that we help support. But also, we're always looking into tapping into a new user base to bring onto Web3. I think we have a limited set of current Web3 users, but where are the next set of users? For example, TikTok has a lot of trends around Web3, what to invest in, but how many of those users actually get translated and converted onto on-chain users? So this is one of the key problems that we were looking to solve. And actually, our CEO Chris Chu, his background, previously was working at ByteDance, which is a parent company of Web3, and one of the key products that we honed in on developing with partners and developers was kind of like a TikTok overlay application we called Sonic X. So we use kind of chain abstraction, where in a way where new users don't have to have to go through all the difficulties to onboard onto Web3. Wallets are automatically generated on the back end. Transactions are paid for. Because we have custom infrastructure for Sonic SVM, we're allowed to and enable this type of like special instances of applications, and we deploy them on top of TikTok. So we had for example, tap to earn game deployed on TikTok where users just play the game, but wallet is automatically generated. No, they don't need to approve for gas fees each time, and they automatically became on-chain users on our platform. So these type of like new innovative products to bring new users from Web2 to Web3 is what we're focusing on now. And through Sonic X initiative, we were able to bring on over 2 million users with this product. So that was a really, really exciting project that we took a part in.
Wow, that sounds great. I mean, I didn't know that I could use that to if I have a TikTok account, right? It works that way, right? If I have a TikTok account, as simple as that, I'll be able to seamlessly get onboarded into crypto and Web3.
Yeah, so yeah, just to clarify, it's not a direct integration, so it's HTML5 overlay over TikTok, but we hacked it in a way where users can log in with TikTok, and there's a direct tie with their TikTok account and the wallet that's generated on the back end.
I see.
And then we just
Probably we kind of like a integration of sorts.
Yeah, exactly. We did work with their compliance team to make sure we're not breaking any rules, and we did work with a lot of like TikTok KOLs for distribution.
Wow, that sounds good. And TikTok being one of the biggest onboarding channels, I would say, right, for any Web3 product, I think it's really great that you guys are also working on that with traditional, or rather with Web2 social media platforms as well. I think a lot of the crypto companies or crypto projects right now have also tried that. And so far, I would say that 2 million users onboarded. I think that is a really good metric and really good. It just shows that there's demand for Web2 onboarding into Web3, right? So, okay, great. Right now, I think I would also like to invite our main man Dawson as well to come on stage as well to share a bit more. We talked about product, right? We definitely can't leave what Bybit is also doing on a product level to support Solana ecosystem. I think Bybit has been working really hard from the start. I think BBSOL was one of the examples as well when we deliberately chose Solana to launch our LST, right? I think BBSOL was the first step, and right now we actually have Dawson who share a bit more about how we are actually integrating Solana on-chain swaps directly onto Bybit app. So Dawson, what opportunities do you see with this recent integration of Solana on-chain swaps? What opportunities do you see this unlock for Bybit users, over 70 million users, right? And how do you see this shaping Bybit's role within the Solana DeFi ecosystem as well?
Yeah, okay, thank you, Marcos. So over the past few months, we have been working hard on a brand new version of our Web3 product. So for this upgrade, we put more focus on on-chain assets and protocol integration on Solana, just like Byreal, Jupiter, and other protocols. So for right now, we already support users trading hot assets on Solana chain. So for the Bybit users, they don't need to set up a wallet and prepare the gas token. Just use their USDT, USDC, Solana, and BBSOL from their United trading account. And also they can complete a flash trading in 2 seconds. So this is we have already supported. By the way, so we are also building Web3 earning products on chain, just like high APY liquidity mining and staking pools. So even the arbitrage strategies between on-chain and off-chain. So just stay tuned for our upcoming features. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Dawson. So that was a really good summary as well. So recently, I think Bybit, we have recently integrated on-chain swaps on Solana into Bybit. And right now, you don't need to, as what Dawson has mentioned as well, you don't need to have a wallet, right, to trade. All you need to do is to have a UTA account, an account on Bybit, and you have access to Solana assets directly. And what does this mean for you guys as well? Just to summarize what our speakers have also mentioned, right? We talk about LSTs, right? We talk about Kudis talks about tokenizing health data, right? We talk about I was mentioning about institutional tokenized funds, right? X stocks. You can now also trade, right, X stocks as well through your Bybit account, right? You can trade tokenized funds, right, through a Bybit account potentially, as long as it's on Solana, right, and as long as it's aggregated, right, into the aggregators, Bybit will be able to support the trading of Solana assets as well. So if you already have an account, do feel free to just try it out, right? All you have to do is just use USDT, USDC, so or even BBSOL, right? You don't need to have your gas tokens. You don't need to set up a wallet. All you need to do is just to have an account on Bybit, and you can accomplish easy trades, easy swaps instantly, right? So this is one of the ways that Bybit is actually supporting Solana and helping to onboard centralized exchange users and give them exposure to on-chain swaps as well. Just one of the upcoming ways as well. And I believe Dawson is already preparing the next product as well. So I'm looking forward to that as well, Dawson. Great. Okay, great. So that was the second section. And the third and last section is actually about infrastructure and tech layer. And I will probably divert this question as well to Kinsa as well, since you guys are working directly on the infrastructure and on the tech side as well. So where do you think, you mentioned about something SVM being a roll-up stack, right? So where do you think something SVM will go from here, or on a broader category, right? Solana layer 2s, right, will go from here, with the recent, infrastructure and tech upgrades that's ongoing on Solana. Where do you think, what's the future of this?
Yeah, I think futures, still open-ended. Don't want to give a direct, what do you call it, prediction yet. But there are a few paths that we are exploring. Basically the tech stack that we have is like a modular tech stack that where anyone can launch their own rollups from super heavy full suite product to just super light SVM client. So Sonic is the main hub chain that we ourselves are developing, but we do provide this tech stack for other builders as well. And as you know, there's a lot of other SVMs that exist. Star Atlas just announced their layer 1 SVM, and we see layer 2 as optionalities for a lot of applications, which was our original design purpose as well, for application specific environments. So yeah, in terms of like the future, what's going to happen, it's hard to tell exactly what's going to happen, but we've been talking to a lot of different projects, partners, applications. And one example that we have announced and is working on is injective SVM. So we're working with the injective team, which is a traditionally Cosmos ecosystem Tendermint based protocol, and we're connecting injective and Solana through building a layer 2 on Solana together. So this is in the works right now, and it's going to have AI specific use cases. And testnet will be live this year, so we're just actively working on it heads down. But again, it's not a prediction of this is the only way it's going to be used, but more like, hey, let's see how this use case goes. And we're excited to be a bridge between different ecosystems. That said, some of the maybe more interesting conversations I had were with like some meme coins as well. YZY token just launched today. People are asking, what is the token used for? You can buy some Yeezy merch with it, but actually some meme coin projects are looking to add utility to their coin by launching their own SVM. So that's some crazy idea that some of these projects have. There's also, having your own SVM allows for like privacy control as well, which might have more institutional use cases or privacy focused use cases. So there's a few verticals that is pretty exciting, and I'm excited to see how they develop as we work with these teams.
Wow, thanks, Kinsa. I think yeah, it's really unpredictable, right? The market, and especially even on the product side of things as well. I think you mentioned you had conversations with people who wanna launch their own SVM while they are a meme coin project or while they are a token project, right? I think that's really a different, right? I mean, it just shows how broad the entire builder space is, right? You can really choose to whatever you want to create, whatever you want to build, you can really choose to do it in different aspects, in different categories. There's always something for everyone, right? I think that's the main point here on Solana. I think Yaya mentioned this as well. It's really a general purpose chain that supports any kind of adoption, any kind of use cases on Solana, which I think really hits the point right there. And I want to wrap things up in terms of the discussion here. Not to worry, we still have one more section for a guide as well on how to participate in Bybit's largest trading competition as well. But just so that I could, get a bit of sensing from our speakers here as well, is there anything that our audiences can look out for in the coming months? Perhaps maybe we can go around the table. Maybe I could start with Yaya as well. I think in terms of the events side of things, there's probably going to be quite a number of events for Solana. I believe 2049 is coming as well. In Solana Apex, Abu Dhabi as well, Breakpoint, right? So there's a lot of things going on. Maybe you want to share a bit about the events that's upcoming as well for Solana?
Yeah, that's like a great event lineups upcoming this year. So if you want to be with Solana ecosystem more closely, then yeah, definitely come to join us. Like we are hosting event everywhere. So if you haven't followed Super Team yet, then please follow Super Team. You will find out we have Super Team in different corner of in the world, so you can join the community and be with them. It's one of the easiest way. Apart from that, we're also hosting some like major events this year. So in September 30, we are going to host APAC Singapore just one day before the Token 24/9. This will be one of the largest event for Solana this year. So if you will be in Singapore, come to join us, and we'll be excited to meet you guys there. And also after that, we're also going to be in India, also in October. So it's also another Apex event. So basically, Apex is our community-driven events with large scale. So come to join us in India if you are an Indian user. And apart from that, we also hosting some really exciting events this year. I'm not sure how many community audience here are Chinese, but this year you see a lot of things happening in China. The policy is like changing, and the general attitude towards the blockchain itself is more open right now. So we're also planning some like actually 4 big events in China in October. So we're gonna bring Accelerate, this like our flagship event happened this year in New York City, which is focusing more on institutions and like traditional tech company. We're gonna bring this event to China. So we will be in Beijing, Shanghai, Hangzhou, and Shenzhen, and we will be with the Chinese institutions and the tech companies, and also of course our local community members and projects there to showcase Solana. And after that, there's like a very exciting event coming up, Abu Dhabi this year, Breakpoint. So we'll be in Abu Dhabi in December to be in this event to have a really good close for this year. And I hope everyone would enjoy Solana events, and hope to meet as many people as possible. Welcome to join us.
Wow, thanks, Yaya. I hope you guys got that whole list of events, but not to worry. I'm pretty sure these events are all listed out on websites as well. You can find them out easily. I myself, I attended Solana Breakpoint last year. It's one of the best events I've ever been to. In fact, I met so many people there. I mean, if you're a builder, if you're a new user, it's really for everyone, right? If you want to get exposed to crypto, you want to get exposed to Solana as well, feel free to just hop onto any of these events. And as what Yaya mentioned, it's a really global event. There's so many events going on in different parts of the world. Yeah, so all you have to do is really just Google it and then just sign up for it. I'm sure most of them are free anyway. So thanks, Yaya, for that really summarized intro and of all the events that's happening that's upcoming. So I think I would lastly maybe I open up the table as well. Is there any speaker who wants to maybe share with the audiences what they can look out for in the coming months in terms of their project? Anyone? I think I'll open up to the floor.
I can go. I mean,
Yeah, sure. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so we also I want to just say that the Solana events are lit. So they always do a a fantastic job, and we always have a great time. But I always get sick because every time I go, there's just so many people. I shake so many hands, and then I just get sick. Anyway, but that's not Solana's fault. That's my fault. I just want to. Sorry. Anyway, we have a new product out. It's called Gateway. So it's a transaction sort of delivery aggregator. And so it basically helps developers land their transactions faster and more reliably. And so a lot of this, we think that it has very good synergies for our existing LSD product, but also that it opens up a brand new vertical. So if anyone's building like a application, like a developer, like a trading bot, any sort of app that interacts with the Solana blockchain, I think that Gateway would be a great. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, thanks, FP. And if you ever meet FP on the events, do shake his hand as well. No worries on that. His immune system has gotten stronger already. So yeah, okay. Thanks, FP, so much about sharing Sanctum Gateway as well. I think recently they've also launched it and announced it, so do check it out as well. Is there anyone else who would like to share maybe a few last words as well? I think Edison, you're unmute, right? You wanna?
Sure. Yeah. I'll go after FP. So recently we just launched our new referral program. So which means that you can refer Kitty Brain to your friends, family, employees, everyone around you that you might want to have them have the ring on, and you can share their 10% commission. At the same time, you can share also the 10% of the point rewards, and also you can enjoy that when they share Kitty Brain is another ones that which means that you can earn twice, right? So we bring this new referral program to the users to get them to win more results. At the same time that we just deliver our sporty series rings to our users. So recently we just running the campaign about the box opening, show off your sporty series. This is very different one, right? The design and also you are able to change the rubber bands with different colors. So we think it's going to be a super fun here. And the third thing is most important thing that the Cutie season 2 is coming. So started, and we gonna launch a whole new different mechanism of within the season 2, which is a mini season. So you can compete every month and to share 400,000 of the Cutis token, and in total season 2 there's a 50 million Cutis token, which worth about like $5 million. Cutis ring holders only. So if you don't have one, don't hesitate to get one rings for yourself or for family, and join us.
Yeah, thanks, Edison. I'll definitely get my ring, and then I'll send everyone else in this group my referral code as well, so you guys can use it. Yeah. Okay, great. So next up we have Sang from Metric. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, so as the event topic came out, so we are hosting Solana Oriental, which is the biggest Solana event, will be hosted in Korea next month in Korea Blockchain Week. And everyone here are the sponsors like Sonic, Sanctum, Qdits, Solana Foundation. So happy to meet people if they're coming to Korea this year. And yeah, second thing is that we have, if you go to Fragmetric website, we have 3 Frag assets at this moment: Frag Sol, Frag Jito, and Frag BTC. And then we're going to launch our own yield-bearing stablecoin named Frag USD in 2 months. It's not revealed yet. We didn't announce it yet. So it might be an alpha here. And yeah, we are making it to conquer the yield-bearing stablecoins on Solana. So we can bring some great yield from lending, Jupiter, JLP, or Frag-Sol basis trade. And it's run by Gauntlet. So we can bring the institutional grade, secure and the most great yield on Solana for USDC and other stable coins. So I'm really excited to share that we're going to launch this one. And I think there are 2 kinds of users in on-chain these days. One is traders and one is yield farmers. But for the DeFi strategies, I'm pretty sure that DeFi will be much bigger. But the problem is that it's so hard for users to use. Like it's really hard to generate great yield themselves. So we wanna do like abstract everything for users with Frag USD. So they just put their money, and our fund manager will run all the DeFi strategies with like optimized strategy. So yeah, really glad to share that here.
Wow, kamsahamnida-san, thanks for the alpha. That was really. I mean, this is news that hasn't been announced yet. So you guys are in luck because this is alpha, literally, right? Thank you so much, Sam. Okay, next up, Kinsa, do you want to mention something about Sonic SVM?
Yeah. We'll quickly mention that we are hosting events for WebEx and KBW, hosting Sangs and Fragmetrics, Solana Oriental. Super excited for that. We'll be speaking there, but we have, I think, a bunch of events that week coming up. So yeah, stay tuned on our social media, Sonic SVM on Twitter. We'll push out all the announcements there. And there will be a special campaign coming up. I'm not a lot to share, but it'll be pushed out on social media in coming couple weeks. So stay tuned. And my personal Twitter is Kinsadurst, so hit me a follow too.
Yes. Everyone go and follow Kinsa right now. Sonic SVM, of course. Thank you so much, Kinsa, as well, for sharing upcoming campaign as well. If you guys didn't catch that as well, do follow their socials as well to listen to the alpha. Okay, great. I think we have went through all the speakers as well. Sorry, last but not least as well, my man Dawson. Would you like to share a bit about what's coming? I believe, or maybe I could share this. We could co-share this as well, right? I think Bybit is also working a bit along the lines of integrating beyond just having Solana swaps, right? Within the app itself. I think we are currently planning right now. So there's a bit of alpha, so stay tuned. If you have not already used the product as well, currently do try it out. Do try out on-chain swaps as well through Bybit as well. But we're going to launch another new feature really soon, within the next coming weeks, or in fact, within the next month or so. Yeah, and then perhaps maybe we'll invite Dawson back as well to show the demo for the new feature. All right, great. So thank you so much for our speakers as well to share. But now I would like to also do a bit of a step-by-step demo as well on how to participate in Bybit's largest trading competition, WSOT. So shall I? I'll invite Dawson first, right, to share a bit more on how to participate WSOT through Bybit Web3's site. I believe he has a step-by-step guide as well. So Dawson, would you go first?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So can everyone see my share screen?
Yeah.
So yes. So hello everyone. I'm going to show you step by step how to join the WSOT Onchain Wave via Bybit Web3, and it's super simple. So for the first part, it's about the entrance. So you can just find the WSOT campaign entrance from the navigation bar. Just click it, and you will enter the main event page. And you can also click the WSOT Onchain Wave to get more details about this campaign. So once you have already checked the event details and the rules, just click the Go button to join this event via Bybit Web3. Also, you can click Go button to join through Byreal. So if you join through Bybit Web3, you will jump to the Web3 product page. And since you don't need to register for this event, so you can also go directly to Web3 product page to trade. So here are the two entrances. The first one is under the trade tab on the website navigation bar, and another one is the Tinkong area of our application. So when you enter our Web3 trading page, you can see all the tokens we have already listed. Today, we also listed the YZY coin today. So everyone can trade. So you can trade the coins under the WSOT category. Only the trading volume from these tokens will be counted on the leaderboard. So the second part is for trading. So you can just enter the amount of USDT you want to pay, and you can also see the quotations in real time. You can also pay USDC, Solana, or BBSOL from your United trading account. After this, you can just click buy button. So after the successfully purchasing, you can see all your Web3 assets at the bottom of this trading page. You can also click the buy or sell action button to trade directly. So when you visit our assets page, you can also see the total assets value of your Web3 tokens. So after trading, the last part is check your ranking. So when you finish trading, you can go back to the WSOT page to check your ranking in real time. We have two leaderboards. One is weekly leaderboard and another one is overall leaderboard. So that is all for the walkthrough. If you have any questions, just visit our Web3 Help Center or reach out to our live support team. So hope you will enjoy this on-chain wave. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dawson, for explaining the Bybit Web3's access. So right now I'm going to go through really quickly on the Byreal side, because the WSOT this year, the trading price pool is actually for both Bybit Web3 users as well as Byreal users. So we are targeting users if you have a Phantom wallet, non-custodial wallet, or if you have a Bybit account as well. You can both enjoy sharing this trading price pool as well. So allow me to just share with you guys on the steps on how I could, or how you guys could participate through Byreal as well. So maybe I could have the slides up. Yep. Okay, great. So as you guys can see my screen. All right, great. Okay, so step one, connect wallet. Simple as that, right? Currently right now, Byreal is on the whitelist access. So all you have to do you can still access it, is to connect your wallet with any of our supported wallet types. If you are whitelisted, you'll be granted access immediately. If you are not, we would have to take a reveal on your wallet, but not to worry. You can check in again the next day at 3 a.m. UTC to see if you're eligible to enter the site itself. So that's for step one. For step two, very simple, just click on Join WSOT, which you will find at the banner on the right-hand side of the page. And once you're done with step two, there will be a pop-up that will appear from the right side. It will just slide in really smoothly, and you can see all the details that you need to do. Right, over $1 million worth of BBSOL and USDC to be won. Right, there are T&Cs, rules, and the most important thing here is to know what are the eligible trading tokens on Byreal as well that are eligible for the WSOT price. Now, in order to find the eligible tokens, all you have to do is to hover over our list of tokens. There's a drop-down list on the side, right? And you'll be able to see a filter called WSOT. Right? These are all the tokens that are eligible for trading. Right now, as you can see, all our partners here, all our speakers here in this call, they are also our WSOT partners as well. So do feel free, if you want to support your token as well. Over here we have Frag, Kudis, Sonic, Cloud. Everyone is here, all participating in WSOT as well. So feel free to also trade these tokens as well. And once you have started trading them, right over here in our really cute little UI on the side, you can also monitor your stats as well within the same pop-up, right? As I mentioned previously, where you can look at your individual rewards. Like what Dawson mentioned, we do have weekly and grand rewards as well, so do look out for that as well. And then once you have seen and double-checked your own individual rewards, you can check the overall leaderboard as well, which consists of users from both sides, from both Bybit as well as Byreal as well. So it's simple as that. That ends the guide for the WSOT Onchain Wave itself. So now that you know two ways of participating in WSOT, so we urge you guys, the price pool right now, it's a combined price pool of $1 million, right? Half of it will be for trading, the other half will be for liquidity providing. So we urge you guys as well, if you have not participated, it's not too late. It's only 4 days into the WSOT campaign. So do feel free to just go ahead and try it. And I believe we have come to the end of the live stream, guys. So thank you so much to every single speaker here, right? We have Yao, we have Dawson, FP, Sang, Kinsai, Edison. Thank you so much for coming here. I hope the audiences as well had a good time as well listening to all the alpha do follow their socials, do follow their products, whatever's coming out as well. Like I mentioned, Solana is a really friendly ecosystem. It's really easy to get onboarded. It's really easy to meet like-minded developers and builders, or even just users as well. Just go on and head on to any of the Solana super team websites in your jurisdiction, in your country, and you can get linked up with any of your Solana maxis instantly as well. So once again, thank you so much for attending this live stream. To my speakers, you guys have been amazing guests as well, and really honored to host you guys. And also to the audiences as well, thank you so much for your support. I hope you guys have won the red packet and prize giveaway. And yeah, that's all. Thank you so much. And till next time, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Cheers.